go take some cover.
Yep, winter 2026 is shaping up to be absolutely stacked. Sequels, finales, long-awaited returns, and even a few new dark horses ready to mess with our sleep schedules. Some shows are here to make you cry, some will melt your brain, and others will just look really, really cool doing it. So grab your blanket and let's dive into the top 10 most anticipated anime of winter 2026.
お兄ちゃん。
その声、あかり。
お兄ちゃん。
あかり。お前の妹。また。
お兄ちゃん。
1ヶ月前に死んでるだろうが。
Picture this. You wake up to find your social media haunted. Literally. That's the wild premise of Dead Account, where ghosts possess the online accounts of the deceased and exorcists fight them in the digital realm. From the creator of the infamous death game manga Real Account, this series twists modern internet culture into a supernatural battlefield. So expect a timely, action-packed commentary on streaming culture amid the exorcist duels. The protagonist Soji is an online troll with a heart of gold. Just imagine Bakugo if he had a YouTube channel, who gets dragged into an occult adventure to save his sister. It's a battle shonen for the digital age, blending action and eerie commentary on our always online lives. The early trailers flaunt vibrant visuals and slick tech-infused exorcisms, looking as stylish as they are spooky. Dead Account might be sitting at number 10, but its concept is so out there that it immediately grabbed my attention. Ghosts in your feed, cursed live streams, it's like Ghostbusters meets Sword Art Online.
もっと燃えろ！電脳出力。
ヒューマノイドタイフーンと恐れられる賞金首。彼は双子の兄、ミリオンズ・ナイブスの人類殲滅計画を阻止するために、人知れず戦っていた。
Desert sun, a red trench coat, and a $60 billion double-dollar bounty poster fluttering in the breeze. Trigun Stargaze is coming in guns blazing. This is the final phase of the Trigun Stampede saga, set a couple of years after we last saw Vash wandering no man's land. Studio Orange is back to flex its cutting-edge CG animation for one last ride, and it looks downright stellar. They wowed us before, and early peaks suggest even crazier action scenes this time. Stampede's first season reinvented a classic, and now Stargaze promises to crank everything up to 11. We're talking bigger duels, heavier emotions, and even the long-awaited return of a beloved character. I've got goosebumps thinking about Vash and Knives settling their score under a sky full of stars. As someone who grew up with the original Trigun, seeing the story reach its climax in 2026 feels surreal and amazing. Trigun Stargaze didn't just continue the legend, it's aiming to end it with a bang.
目覚める時も近いわ。
Before we continue, I'd like to give a shout out to the sponsors of this video, Honkai Star Rail, a cinematic turn-based RPG where you ride the Astral Express across galaxies, battling ancient gods, rogue AIs, and cosmic horrors. It's a blend of strategy, story, and stunning visuals that make every battle feel like an anime episode. And now, version 3.7 takes things up a notch. We're heading back to Amphorius with the long-awaited arrival of Cyrene, the Ice Remembrance support whose abilities revolve around love, hope, and devastating true damage combos. Pair her with Castoris, Hyacine, or the Trailblazer for some freeze and shatter chaos. First half reruns bring Castoris, Tribi, and Hyacine from November the 5th to the 26th, followed by Phynon, Cypher, and My Day from November the 26th to December the 16th. New players get 10 free special passes just for logging in, plus a golden companion spirit token to claim a 5-star topaz. There's also the Currency Wars event, new areas, enemies, and more lore drops. Download Honkai Star Rail using my link and start your journey aboard the Astral Express today, because the galaxy's calling and this ride's only getting wilder.
朝あなたはこんな醜悪な場にふさわしくはない。明日も明後日もずっと家に帰ってきなさい。
Not every anticipated anime this winter involves battling demons or saving the world. Journal with Witch trades magic for grounded human drama. It follows a reserved 35-year-old novelist, Makio, who impulsively takes in her 15-year-old niece Asa after a tragic loss. The catch? Makio is so unsociable that Asa likens her to a witch in the journal she keeps of their new life together. This award-winning josei manga was beloved enough to top Japan's yearly manga rankings, and it's finally getting the anime treatment. development. Studio Shuka and director Miyuki Oshiro are bringing it to life with a soundtrack by Kensuke Yoshio, the genius behind A Silent Voice and Chainsaw Man's haunting tones. The result promises to be a gentle, introspective tale about two very different people learning to understand each other. After all the hype and action of other shows, I'm genuinely looking forward to a quiet, beautiful story that might just leave me a sobbing mess in the best possible way. For all the explosive shonen out there, this feels like a warm hug for the soul.
孤独な女王に出会ったのだ。私は一人。私の好きな夜。
パンフレット買った？ポップコーン持った？さあ、始まり！
Fate fans, assemble. Another Holy Grail war is about to kick off, and this one might be the wildest yet. Fate Strange Fake isn't your typical Fate spin-off. It's a twisted recreation of the Grail War, this time set in a lawless American city where every rule gets bent. After that one-episode special teased us back in 2024, we've been starving for the full series, and finally, it's here. Written by Ryogo Narita, the mad genius behind two of my favorite series, Bakano and Durara, this series promises chaos, charisma, and combat that breaks every expectation. Familiar faces like Gilgamesh and Enkidu are set to return, but the newcomers, they look even more unhinged. The animation looks slick, and you bet I'm ready for absurd, over-the-top noble phantasms and impossible duels. I've been a Fate diehard for years, and Strange Fake feels like the series that finally embraces its own madness. Bring on the mind games, the mayhem, and the moment we finally find out just how fake this Holy Grail war really is.
早くしないと世紀の一戦を見逃しちゃうよ。私ずっと気になってたの。ヒューマン人なのってどんな感じ？やっぱり私たちとは世界の見え方が違う？僕も不思議に思ってる。
Half human, half chimpanzee, and 100% one of the most intriguing premises of the season. The Darwin incident follows Charlie, a boy born from a lab experiment who's trying to live an ordinary high school life, despite literally being a human-chimp hybrid. Of course, society doesn't make it easy for him. An extremist animal rights group wants to exploit Charlie as their symbol, and their terrorist acts start turning everyone's lives upside down. This manga earned massive acclaim for its sharp social commentary and thriller edge. Now, as an anime, it's poised to be that rare series that gets you thinking about evolution, ethics, and what makes us human, while also delivering some heart-pounding suspense. Think Planet of the Apes meets a coming-of-age story, but grounded in real moral tension. Personally, I'm fascinated to see how the Darwin incident handles such a sensitive, high-concept story, and if executed well, this could be the dark horse hit of winter 2026 that everyone ends up talking about.
僕は何の代弁者でもない。ただの一匹の動物。ただのチャーリーだよ。
If you're enjoying this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel in case you're new here. Thanks. Time for the next entry.
東京を国民のもとへ取り戻す。
大災害はすぐそこに。絶望しろ。
こいつは俺の喧嘩だ。
The flames are at their brightest as Fire Force Season 3 Part 2 prepares to blaze onto the screen, and this time it's the grand finale. This final core will adapt the manga's last arcs, leading to a climactic showdown between Company 8 and the Evangelist that promises to literally set their world on fire. All our favourite pyro heroes are in play. Shinra is ready to release his full Devil's Footprints, and even Arthur looks poised to pull off something legendary in the battle to come. David Production has delivered top-tier fights with Sakuga so far, so I'm expecting the animation to go full supernova for these closing episodes. Beyond the inferno of action, there's emotional weight here too. This is the end of the road for the 8th, and long-held mysteries will finally ignite into resolution. As someone who's followed Shinra's journey from the start, I'm equal parts hyped and wistful. But one thing's certain, Fire Force's last ride is gonna be hot in every sense of the word.
この地獄を終わらせる。大災害が始まるぞ。見つけ出してやる。セネルバをはめた奴らを見つけ出して絶対に殺してやる。
In this world, hero isn't a title of honor, it's a life sentence. Sentenced to be a hero takes a party of death row criminals and forces them to fight on the front lines against the Demon King's army. Dying on the battlefield won't even set them free, because they'll just be resurrected to continue the carnage. It's basically Suicide Squad meets high fantasy, and it only gets crazier from there. The squad's leader, Xylo, who was jailed for killing a goddess, and when he ends up forging a contract with a new one, their doomed fate might finally shift. This dark fantasy adaptation has cult hit written all over it. Expect bloody battles, desperate characters, and some twisted takes on the hero trope. Studio Kai is behind the wheel, so fingers crossed for slick animation to match the novel's intense action. I'm a sucker for stories that flip heroism on its head, and this looks ready to deliver a gritty, no-holds-barred adventure. Sign me up for this penal quest. Remember that gorgeous but deadly island of man-eating flowers and immortal weirdos? We're heading back. Hell's Paradise Season 2 returns us to the nightmare paradise of Shinsenkyo for another round of beautifully animated slaughter. Gabimaru the Hollow and his ragtag allies are still on the hunt for the elixir of life, and the horrors they faced in Season 1 were just the appetizer. Expect more grotesque monsters, trippy landscapes, and oh-so-satisfying ninja battles as the mystery of this island deepens. Studio Mappa's visuals were stunning last time, elegant cherry blossoms one moment, entrails the next, and I have zero doubt they'll up the ante with new fights and foes that are absolute nightmares. What I love about Hell's Paradise is how it balances its serene beauty with utter brutality, and Season 2 looks to continue that bloody poetry. Honestly, I'm both excited and a little terrified, exactly how this should make you feel.
島を出るなら必ず全員ガビマルもです。
A year ago, Free Rent Beyond Journey's End came out of nowhere and quietly stole the hearts of anime fans. Now our favourite elf mage is returning for Season 2, and I couldn't be happier. Free Rent's story of reflecting on life after the adventure has only just begun. She, along with her young companions Fern and Stark, will continue their journey north in search of answers, closure, and maybe a few more spells to collect. If it's anything like the first season, we can expect more gorgeous, melancholic moments sprinkled with flashes of magic and warmth. The series has a unique pacing and contemplative tone, turning quiet character interactions into some of the most emotional scenes I've ever seen in a fantasy anime. I'm ready to be gently broken by Free Rent's introspective journey all over again. In the midst of all the hype and chaos of winter 2026, this is the show I plan to savor slowly. Calm, bittersweet adventure that lingers long after it ends.
早々のフリーレン第2期。
早い、とんでもねえ重力量だ。話は終わり。
Was there ever any doubt? Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 is coming, and the hype levels are through the roof. After the absolute insanity of last season's Shibuya incident, the story is about to escalate even further, this time into the dreaded Culling Game arc, a city-wide deathmatch of sorcerers that will push our heroes past their limits. Yuji, Megumi, Yuta, Maki, everyone is in for the fight of their lives as curses run rampant and long-laid plans come to fruition. Looking at you, Genjaku. For manga readers, this arc is legendary, packed with some of the wildest battles and biggest emotional punches in the series. We're talking new domain expansions left and right, and showdowns that might even out crazy what we've already seen. Studio Mappa's animation team has been on fire, so you can bet every punch, slash, and black flash will be jaw-droppingly brutal. JJK has basically become a modern shonen titan, and Season 3 might just cement it as one for the ages.
自分のためだけに生きるのはきっといつか限界が来る。行くよ、リカ。
And that's my list of the top 10 most anticipated winter anime. So, how about it? Do our thoughts match? I know there's a lot to shortlist on, so share your most anticipated winter anime in the comments and I'll be sure to check it out. And you know what? If you enjoyed this video, give it a like so that I know. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to be updated every time I upload a new video. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one.